Hi kids, welcome to Dixy's Storytime World. Let's read along together. Aesop's Fables. King Log and King Crane. Once the frog said, "We wish we had a king. We need a king. We must have a king." The frogs spoke to the gods. They said, "We ask you, the gods, to send us a king." "The frogs are fools," said the gods. "As a joke, let us send them a big log to be their king." The gods got a big log and let it drop. The log fell in the pond and made a big splash. The frogs were scared of the log. They said, "King Log is strong. We must hide from him in the grass." As time went by, the frogs came to see that King Log was tame. He did not bite. He did not run. He just sat there. "King Log is not a strong king," said one frog. "I wish we had a strong king." "I do too. We must have a strong king." The frogs spoke to the gods. They said, "We ask you, the gods, to send us a strong king and send him soon." This time the gods sent a crane to be king of Frogland. King Crane was not like King Log. He did not just sit there. He ran fast on his long legs and he ate lots of the frogs. The frogs were sad. "King Crane is a bad king," they said. "We miss King Log. He was a fine king. We made a bad trade." The frogs spoke to the gods. They said, "We ask you, the gods, to send us back King Log." The gods were mad. "Fools," they said. "You said you must have a strong king. We sent you one. He is yours to keep." The two dogs. Once, two dogs met. One of them was a tame dog who made his home with men. One was a dog who ran free. The dog who ran free stared at the tame dog and said, "Why is it that you are so plump and I am so thin?" "Well," said the tame dog, "I am plump because the men feed me. I do not have to run all the time to get my food. My job is to keep the home safe when the men are in their beds. When they wake up, they feed me scraps of food from their plates." "Your life must be a fine life," said the thin dog. "I wish my life were like yours." The plump dog said, "If you will help me keep the home safe, I bet the men will feed you too." "I will do it," said the thin dog. But just as the thin dog said this, the moon shone on the neck of the plump dog. The thin dog said, "What is that on your neck?" "I am on a rope when the sun is up," said the plump dog. "Rope?" said the thin dog. "Do they keep you on a rope?" "Yes," said the plump dog. "When the moon is up, the men let me run free, but when the sun shines, they keep me on a rope. I cannot run and be free when the sun is up, but it is not so bad." "No, no," said the thin dog as he ran off. "I will not have a rope on my neck. You can be plump and I will be free." The hares and the frogs. 3 hares stood in the grass. "I am sad," one of them said. "I wish we were brave." "So do I," said the next one, "but we are not brave. A splash in the brook scares us. The wind in the grass scares us. We are scared all the time." "Yes," said the last one, "it is sad to be a hare." Just then there was a splash in the brook. The splash scared the hares. They ran off to hide. As they ran, they scared a bunch of frogs. "Look," said one of the hares, "the frogs are scared of us." "Yes, they are," said the next hare. "They are scared of us. Well, I'm glad I'm not a frog. "Yes," said the last hare. "In the end, it is good to be a hare." The two mules. Once a man went on a trip with two mules. He set 5 packs on one mule and 5 packs on the next one. The black mule was strong. The mule with spots was not as strong, and by noon he was tired. The mule with the spots felt the packs press on his back, and he could not keep up with the black mule. The mule with the spots spoke to the black mule. I hate to ask," he said, "but would you help me with my packs?" The black mule did not stop to help the mule with spots. "I have my 5 packs, and you have your 5, he said. The mule with spots went on as long as he could. At last he fell and could not get up. The man set all 10 of the packs on the black mule. "What a fool I was," the black mule said. "I did not help the mule with spots when I should have. If I had, I would not have to lift all of his packs as well as mine." The dog and the mule. Once there was a man who had a dog and a mule. The man gave the dog scraps of food from his plate. He let the dog lick his spoon. The dog would sit on the man's lap and lick him. The man would rub the dog and kiss him. The mule would look in and see the dog on the man's lap. He felt sad. He felt left out. "The man feeds me," said the mule, "but I do not get food from his plate. I'm left out because I am a mule. I should act like a dog. If I do that, the man will like me just as much as he likes the dog." So the mule left his pen and went in the man's home. He set his feet on the man's lap and gave the man a big wet lick. The man was scared. He gave a shout and let his plate drop. It broke with a crash. The man fell down too. When the man got up, he was mad at the mule. He made the mule run back out to his pen. The bag of coins. Once 2 men went on a trip. One of them found a bag of coins on the ground at the foot of a tree. "Look what I found," he said. "It is a bag of coins." "Good," said the next man. "We can count the coins and see what we have." "No," said the man with the bag. "The coins in this bag are not our coins. They are my coins. I found them. They are all mine." Just then there was a loud shout. There were a bunch of men and they were mad. "Look," they shouted. "There is a man with a bag. He stole our coins." "Get him," said the rest. The man with the coins was scared. "Oh, those men are mad," he said. "If they see us with the coins, we will be in a bad spot." "No, no," said the man next to him. "If they see you, you will be in a bad spot. Those are not our coins. Those are your coins. You found them. They are all yours." The dog and the ox. Once a dog took a nap on a pile of straw in a box. But the straw in the box was not a bed. When the ox came home, he saw the straw in his food box, but he could not get to the straw because the dog was on top of it. "Dog," said the ox, "could you sleep up in the loft? I would like to munch on the straw in my food box." The dog woke up, but he would not get off the straw. He was mad that the ox woke him up. At last a man came in and saw the dog on the straw. "Bad dog," said the man. "You did not need that straw, but you would not let the ox have it. Shame on you. Get up." The fox and the grapes. A fox saw a bunch of ripe grapes that hung from the branch of a tree. The fox said, "Those grapes look good. I will get them and make them my lunch." The fox stood up on his back legs, but he could not grab the grapes. The fox made a hop, but he could not grab the grapes. The fox ran and made a big jump, but he still could not get the grapes. At last the fox sat down on the ground. "What a fool I am," said the fox. "I can tell that those grapes are sour. They would not have made a good lunch." The fox and the hen. A hen sat in a tree. A red fox ran up to the tree. "Did they tell you?" said the fox. "Tell me what?" said the hen. "They have made a law," said the fox. "The law says that we must all be pals. Dogs are not to chase cats, they must be pals. Cats are not to chase rats, they must be pals. Dog and cat, fox and hen, snake and rat must all be pals. So jump down here and let me hug you." "Well, that sounds swell," said the hen, "but all the same I will sit up here a bit." Then the hen said, "What's that I see?" "Where?" said the fox. "What is it?" "It looks like a pack of dogs," said the hen. "Dogs?" said the fox. "Then I must get out of here." "Stop!" said the hen. "The law says that dog and fox must be pals, so you are safe." But the fox did not stop. He ran off. The hen just smiled. The fox and the crane. The fox saw the crane and said, "Crane, will you have lunch with me?" The crane said, "I will." The crane came and sat down with the fox in his den. The fox was up to a trick. He gave the crane some food, but he gave it to him in a flat stone dish. The crane could not get the food because of the shape of his bill. The fox smiled at his trick. He ate up all of his food. The next week the crane saw the fox and said, "Fox, will you have lunch with me?" The fox said, "Oh, that would be good. I will." This time the crane was up to a trick. He gave the fox milk, but he gave it to him in a glass with a long thin neck. The fox could not get the milk because of the shape of his nose. The tree and the reeds. A proud tree stood next to a grove of reeds. When a gust of wind came, the reeds bent in the wind, but the proud tree did not bend at all. It stood up to the wind. "It is too bad that you can't stand up to the wind as I can," said the tree to the reeds. "We bend so that we will not crack," said the reeds. "There is no wind that can crack me," said the tree in its pride. "We shall see," said the reeds. The next week a big wind came. The tree was brave. It stood up for a long time, but the gusts of wind were too strong. At last there was a loud crack. The tree fell with a crash. The reeds bent in the strong wind, but they did not crack. They still stand by the brook. You can see them wave in the wind next to the roots of the tree. The moon. The moon said, "I wish I had a dress. Mom, will you make me a dress?" The moon's mom said, "I will not make you a dress, my sweet." "Why not?" said the moon. "Because you wax and you wane," said the moon's mom. "One week you are big and round, the next week you are thin. One week you are all there, the next week there is just a bit of you. No one can make a dress that will fit you in all of your shapes." Thank you, kids, for listening, reading, and learning.